a changeup. He's ready for a moment like this, and as you said, he's earned it.
And here's the lineup he will face for Oklahoma. Leading off will be the center fielder, Jason Walk. Batting second, the left fielder, Trey Gamble. Batting third, the catcher, Easton Carmichael. First pitch is ball one. Cleaning up will be the shortstop, Jackson Willits. Batting fifth, the DH, Sam Christensen. Batting sixth, the second baseman, Kyle Branch. Batting seventh, the first baseman, Dayton Taki. Batting eighth, the third baseman, Dawson Willis. And batting ninth, the right fielder, Desan Harris. 1-1, the count on Walk. A hot start to the season for the center fielder. 14-game reach base streak. That was snapped Wednesday against Louisiana Tech, though we did have an RBI ground out. Ground to the right side. It's past to diving Hollins, and a leadoff single for Jason Walk. The defense tonight for the Gamecocks, left to right, the outfield, it's Stone, Hall, and Petrie. Scobie's at third, Kazmar's at short, Carrion's at second, Hollins at first, and Talmadge Lecroy is getting the start behind the plate. Here's Trey Gamble. You absolutely, Grayson, have to keep an eye on Jason Walk over at first. 7 for 10 in steals so far this season.
Yeah, you're gonna have to keep an eye on a lot of these guys. They like to run. They're gonna put pressure on this South Carolina defense all weekend. Saw a fake break from Walk over there at first. That's just a sneak peek of what we're gonna see from this Oklahoma offense.
Stone had 5 appearances in relief before this start. A whip under one. Opponents are hitting just 186 against Brandon Stone. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Coach Maneri told us before the season, Grayson, that they're going to pitch out a lot this year to help out the catchers behind the plate.
Yeah, we've seen it quite a bit in the midweeks and on some of these weekend series already before SEC play started.
That just misses. 2-1 the count on Gamble. Junior from Alpine, Utah. Junior college transfer from Salt Lake Community College. Team high 538 on base percentage for Gamble. And it's back-to-back hits for the Sooners. Walk flying around the bases. He's headed for third. Runners at the corners and nobody out.
Yeah, that's just middle right there. He's able to beat the shift, drive it into the right center gap, and that was an easy first to third right there for Jason Walk. Good start to this series here for Oklahoma in the top of the first.
Early RBI opportunity for Easton Carmichael. Takes outside. Carmichael, excuse me, is a junior from Prosper, Texas, on the Golden Spikes watch list. Leading the Sooners in homers, runs batted in, and extra base hits. He's slugging .702 coming into this series. A rare 0 for 4 on Wednesday against Louisiana Tech. Gonna bounce back tonight. 2-0. Grounded up the middle and through past a diving Kazmar. Walk scores, Gamble into third. An RBI single for Carmichael. Oklahoma leads 1-0. Three straight hits, Grayson, for the Sooners.
Yeah, Dave, that's middle again right there with the sinker. That's 3 ground balls he's gotten, but 3 really hard hit ground balls. All 3 have found the hole. And if you're Oklahoma right here, an Oklahoma fan, you're looking for a big crooked number in the top of the first. You got action going.
Hey, good dog, good dog.
A guy who's certainly capable of adding to this onslaught, Jackson Willits. Attacks the first pitch, hits it out to right center and deep. And it bounces over the wall, a ground rule double for Willits. That's a break, maybe, Grayson, for the Gamecocks because it keeps Carmichael at third. We'll take another look.
That would have been an easy score right there, the ground rule double off the bat of Willits. But, I mean, we've barely had time to sit down, Dave, and it's 2-0 with men on second and third. Oklahoma came out ready to swing and taking advantage of some pitches in the middle of the plate.
Still nobody out. Here's Sam Christensen. He gets it.
I think you got to go talk to him now.
So the bases are loaded for Oklahoma. Kyle Branch due up. Here comes Coach Rooney. Brandon Stone was excellent last Friday against Morehead State. Season high 5 2/3 in relief. A couple of runs, a couple of walks, with season high 9 strikeouts, 86 pitches.
Yeah, I think what you're seeing right there so far is he's just catching the fat part of the plate too often, and Oklahoma's making them pay for it. They're not missing the barrel so far. Just calm them down right here, calm the big guy down, try and get a ground ball. Got a right-on-right matchup here. That's, if you can minimize this thing to about 3 runs, you'll take it.
And before that, it was a couple of hitless innings with 4 Ks in a midweek against Davidson. The final 4 2/3 in the Friday game against Clemson. Surrendered just 1 run, no walks, and 6 strikeouts. He's impressed them so much the last few outings, Grayson, that they put him in this Friday night role here in SEC play.
Yeah, it felt like a pretty easy decision, honestly. He's looked so good. He hadn't walked anybody. He's going to start going to that slider a little bit, but got to try and minimize right here.
Kyle Branch, a freshman from Lucas, Texas. Chop to the right side. Carry-on ranges over and takes care of Branch. Carmichael scores. It's a 3-0 Sooners lead. Willits and Christensen advance to third and second, respectively.
You almost feel like you have to play infield in right here to try and keep it at 3-0. South Carolina bringing the defense in.
Strike 1 to Dayton Taki. Second and third, 1 down, 3 already in for Oklahoma. Taki, another junior college transfer. He goes the other way on a line, coming on to make the play is Stone. He robs Taki to throw home.
Wow. Oh.
And it got away on the tag, and hopefully LeCroy is okay. He's holding what looks like that wrist. Tremendous play made by Stone.
Tremendous play, gets up, fires a bullet. From our angle, Dave, I thought he held on to it. Must have. The momentum of the runner just knocked this ball out. Let's see. Yeah.
Outstanding catch and left by Evan Stone. It was Willits coming home who collided with LeCroy.
Oh, Stone thought he had him. LeCroy looked like he was in pain after that. Looks like he's going to shake it off.
He's been dealing with pain all season, Grayson.
Mm-hmm.
LeCroy, of course, with that fracture in his thumb. The number 8 hitter, Dawson Willis. Junior from Ruston, Louisiana. He's a D2 transfer from LSU Eunice. Has started every game. Oh for 3 on Wednesday against Louisiana Tech. And had a sack fly for an RBI against his hometown team.
I'm now. Let's go, 5. I'm done.
3-1 the count on Willis.
I'm now.
And it's ball 4. So runners at the corners, 2 down. The number 9 man coming up, Son Harris.
Have some fun here, Dad.
Sophomore from Plano, Texas, making his 6th start of the season. His 13th game. Enters with the 6-game hitting streak. Did he go? No, says CJ Burdett over at third. 1-0 the count on Harris. Christensen is on third. Willis on first. There he goes. And pitch is fouled off.
Keep going. Have some fun, Dad. Let's go, baby. Come on, Dad.
Willis is 7 for 7. Stolen base chances this season.
Let's go, dogs. Baby.
Yeah, they've got quite a few guys with 7 or more stolen base attempts. They put a lot of pressure on you defensively. It's kind of how they manufacture runs. They got a couple guys with some power numbers, but they do a really good job of kind of singling and doubling you to death, stealing some bases and key situational hitting, which we've seen this entire first inning.
Stolen 46 of 53. There goes the runner from first. It's grounded to second. Carry on. Throws out Harris, and that'll do it for the Sooners in the top of the first. A big half inning for Oklahoma. They get 4. The SEC opener here in Columbia. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Oklahoma leads South Carolina. Second baseman Jordan Carrion, and batting ninth, the shortstop Henry Kazmar. So Nathan Hall gets ready to step in. He and Ethan Petrie, the only Gamecocks to start every game this season. 8-game hitting streak for Hall, 11-game reach base streak. Fouls back the first pitch. He leads South Carolina in batting average, hits, runs, doubles, walks, on base percentage, steals, you name it, Grayson.
Yeah, he's been very dynamic out of the leadoff spot. Coming over from Clemson, he's been everything you could ask for and then some.
One and one the count on Hall, who was 3 for 5 with a couple of runs batted in on Wednesday in the win against Georgia State. It was his team-leading 8th multi-hit game of the season. 1-2. Eddie Newsom is the home plate umpire tonight.
Witherspoon has some nasty stuff. Sitting 95, 96 right now at the fastball. He showed that sharp slider at 86. Staying under control. Hall's going to spread out right here and try and battle with him.
Misses, and the count evens at 2-2. In 23 innings, he's only given up 11 hits, 5 walks, a whip of .7. It's 12th in the nation. Every start has been great this year. He's so consistent. They've all been dominant wins. Pitch count in the 90s each time. Last Friday against Sam Houston, his last start, 5 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, but it wasn't earned. A couple of walks and 12 Ks. 92 pitches in the win. Hall continues to battle.
Yeah, he's giving him a great battle. That was kind of a slider that blended into a cutter at 89, and he's fouled off the fastball, taking those sharp sliders down. See if he can finish off a good opening at bat here.
8th pitch of the at-bat. Witherspoon strikes out Hall. He eventually wins the battle. 1 down.
Yeah, he finally got Hall to expand right here. Fastball that's rising at 96.
Evan Stone, senior from Irmo, his 5th start of the season for South Carolina. Started on Wednesday against Georgia State, was 1 for 2 with a sacrifice and a run scored. Played in all 3 games last weekend against Moorhead. Started Saturday. Hit a grand slam in that one. Also walked and was hit by a pitch. There's been a rotation in this number 2 spot in the lineup, Grayson, for South Carolina. We've seen Stone get the start against left-handed pitching, but the last 2 games on Wednesday and tonight, a right-hander on the mound, and it's been Stone up there.
Yeah, he's been putting together some quality at-bats. You saw his incredible defense on that play in the top of the first. Been seeing some production all year out of this 2-hole, no matter really who it is.
1-2 the count on Evan Stone. 1 down here in the bottom of the first. Lines right at the shortstop, Willits. 2 away. In the field for Oklahoma, left to right in the outfield, it's Gamble, Walken, Harris. Willis is at third, Willits is at short, Branch is at second, Saki is at first, and Carmichael is behind the plate.
Dave, you see that row of scouts back there behind home plate? They're all licking their chops at this matchup right here.
Yeah, we are as well. All-American versus All-American. And it's ball 1 to Ethan Petrie. Two guys who were projected first-round picks in this year's MLB draft. One on the mound, one at the plate.
2 guys with really bright futures in this game.
So the numbers for Petrie: 359, 5 homers, 20 runs batted in. That's a pop foul. Carmichael gives it a look, but it's out of play. Ethan Petrie picked up his 20th run batted in of the season on Wednesday against Georgia State on a sac fly. He's also on the Golden Spikes Award watch list. Outside, 2-1. Petrie 2 for 11 last weekend against Moorhead. Had a multi-hit game on Friday. An RBI single and a 3-run homer. There's a base hit for Petrie. 2-out single to the left. So he wins his first battle with Witherspoon.
Yeah. Witherspoon went with the slider right here. Petrie just gets it off the end of the bat, but able to deposit in the left field to maybe get something going here with 2 outs.
Base runner for Kennedy Jones. High fly ball. Short center field. Walk. takes care of Jones, and the Gamecocks play all the best teams in the country, not named South Carolina. So when I left Notre Dame to go to LSU, it's because I wanted to challenge myself. When I came to South Carolina, retired, bored, wanted to challenge myself again. Just too young Grayson to lay on the couch and watch games, wanted to be in the middle of the fight.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of these Southeastern Conference games, and I'm sure he's loving being back in the thick of it. Also sure he would have preferred a little cleaner start to this game, but he's going to challenge his guys to battle back and make this a ball game.
1-2 the count on Jason Walk, who opened things up in the top of the first with a single. He's now reached base in 15 of 16 games. 2025. Walk, the team leader in hits, doubles, second in steals coming into this series. He's 3 for 12 with a couple driven in last weekend against Sam Houston. Two and two.
Stone just getting a little under those breaking balls right there. You see him miss up with both of them. Just needs to get those fingers on top and let the action of his arm break that ball instead of trying to manipulate it.
Right at Kazmar. One down. For Stone Grayson, first start, and it's on a Friday night in the SEC. Nerves have to be high. The JUCO transfer from Johnson County Community College.
Oh, 100%. And, you know, he's been a guy we've watched, doesn't show a ton of emotion. The hope here is he settles down a little bit and can get back through this lineup a couple times, keep the Gamecocks in the game, but he looks calm, and obviously not the first inning he was looking for, but he's been rock solid early this year.
A lot of those hits, ground balls that made their way through. Really, the one big shot was a ground rule double off the bat of Willits.
Yeah, the first three were all ground balls. Infielders were laying out just outside of their reach, and then, like you said, the one big shot, a sac fly and a ground out. That also drove in runs.
Sometimes for a single baller, they make their way through, right?
That's exactly right.
Trey Gamble singled his first time up. This is to right center. It drops in for Gamble. Takes a big turn, but he'll head back to first. Gamble's 2 for 2.
Yeah, both of his hits coming to that right center gap. This one on a changeup. First one was a ground ball that he hit really hard. This one just nice, good line drive into the right center gap, and he's, as you said, 2 for 2 to start this game.
A base runner for Easton Carmichael, an RBI single his first time up.
Gamble, another guy that'll run.
He's 8 for 8. Oklahoma more than twice as many steals as their opponents. 46 of 53 coming into tonight. Opponents are 20 of 27. I asked Coach Johnson about the stolen bases. He said, you know, we're just trying to get athletic kids more than anything. It's not a certain system. We just want athletes that can go play defense and play offense, run the bases.
Well, they certainly have that in spades up and down this lineup.
And check on Gamble. Carmichael was 5 for 10 last weekend, 4 driven in against Sam Houston. Almost got Gamble. That was close, Grayson.
Yeah, Gamble was leaning a little bit right there. Looked like he just got back. These are always so tough. There's the lean. It's a perfect throw. Ooh, he might have got him, Dave. So early, it's tough to maybe use a challenge right there.
1-1 the count on Carmichael. Mentioned 5 for 10 last weekend against Sam Houston. He homered Friday and Sunday, his 4th and 5th of the season. Carmichael serves that out to right. Petrie's there. 2 down.
I'll tell you what Stone is doing a really good job of is controlling the run game. He's mixing his looks. He's picking that one right there. He came set real quick and delivered, making sure these guys can't time him up over and over again.
Someone that Coach Maneri said has been tremendous this season. The prior staff recruited him here. He chose South Carolina over Virginia. Coach Maneri said one of my best friends coaches there when I first got on the job here, he called me to tell me how special Brandon Stone is and how much he liked him. And it's not just ability. Coach Maneri said it's got something that you just can't define, but he's got it. He makes big pitches. He embraces whatever role we ask of him.
Got a big role here tonight. Opening starter in the first SEC series.
Even before the season, Coach Maneri said when he was giving us a scouting report on him, said, I think he's just got something about him that reeks of being a gamer, that the best will come out of him when the season begins, when there's a different color uniform.
Yeah, I don't remember a ton of talk about him coming into the season, and then he's just gotten better and better as each appearance has come.
Really a godsend in the early part of the season.
Yeah.
Runner went from first. Willits fouled it off. Gamble will head back. Jackson Willits, an RBI double in the top of the first. RBI number 16 on the season. Sophomore from Fort Cobb, Oklahoma, son of associate head coach Reggie Willits. Had a good midweek, was 3 for 4 with an RBI, a couple of steals against Louisiana Tech, his 4th multi-hit game of the year. Two and 2 the count on Willits. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the second. Gamble takes his lead off first. The count is run full. That will release Gamble from first.
See if they put Hollins behind. Yep, they're going to play him behind. Put the lefty up. He's going to be able to get a big running start here from first.
And it's grounded foul. He'll have to head back. Gamble's been getting the cardio in here in the top of the second. 3-2 from Stone. High fly ball, center field. Hall retires Willits, and the Sooners will leave 1 and we'll go to the bottom of the second. Oklahoma leads 4-0. as the head coach for Oklahoma. 4 NCAA appearances in his first 7 seasons. A lot of success of late. Big 12 tournament championship in 2022. He took Oklahoma to the College World Series, made a big run. They were national runners-up, and back-to-back regionals in 2023 and 2024. Last season, they won the program's first regular season Big 12 championship. Now he's ushering Oklahoma into the SEC.
He's done an unbelievable job at Oklahoma. As you mentioned, had him in the national championship 2 years ago. Tied a program record with Big 12 wins in program history last year, and he's got this team rolling again in 2025.
0-1 the count on the freshman, KJ Scobie. He's really excited about the move to the SEC, Grayson. He said it's almost like a football atmosphere in a baseball arena. The SEC, he just said, I want to play against the best guys, and that's what you want to do.
Yeah, well, they're embarking on that journey here tonight, and they're off to a good start.
Scobie's off to a good start this season. 288 hitter, a couple of homers, 9 driven in. Started a major league double play on Wednesday night against Georgia State.
He's been very impressive with the glove, swinging it well lately, and especially as a true freshman in this environment. Looks very calm, cool, and collected.
6-game reach base streak for Scobie. Walked a couple of times on Wednesday, scored a run. Second strikeout for Witherspoon. 1 down in the bottom of the second.
Absolutely filthy slider right here. Looks like a fastball, and it's got high spin rate, breaking down away. See, he's got Scobie out front right there. A couple of true freshmen in the middle of this order against a premier arm.
Back-to-back Scobie, and now Bo Hollins. Switch hitter, batting from the left side, takes a strike. Freshman from Lexington making his 8th start, his 11th game. He's now started the last 7 games at first base for the Gamecocks. In the hole 0-2. 333 hitters so far. Oh for 3 with a walk and a run scored on Wednesday against Georgia State. Had 3 hits last weekend against Morehead State. Certainly looks like he belongs up there, Grayson.
Oh, yeah. He's going to go through his ups and downs just like any freshman, but he's off to a good start to his first year in college baseball, and certainly looks the part in the uniform.
He's elite defensive first baseman. Thought maybe it might take longer for the bat to come around, but a 333 start here in 2025.
And he'll start to hit for more power. It's in there. It's just adjusting to the speed of the game at this level.
Back-to-back strikeouts for Witherspoon. 2 down, 3rd strikeout for Kyson Witherspoon. We'll take another look.
Yeah, speaking of speed of the game, that was 96 right at the top right there. Very similar to the pitch you got Nathan Hall with, that rising fastball in the mid to upper 90s.
Now Talmadge Lecroy, a senior from Belton. He returned to the lineup last Sunday against Morehead State. And he started Wednesday as well. Got a hit, a walk, run scored. It took him out about halfway through. Coach Maneri wanted to get him in to a couple of games before SEC play. He had missed the prior 3 with that thumb injury, which he hurt in the season opener.
You know, it was tough to tell on that play at the plate in the first whether it was his injured thumb that he was grabbing or his catching thumb. I thought it was his catching hand, which is not the injured one, so that was a good thing he was able to shake it off.
Well, and that was the problem against Clemson, is that he re-aggravated that thumb injury with the play at the plate.
Play at the plate, exactly right.
It was just very sore. He couldn't swing the bat. That was the trouble more so than throwing. 3-1 the count on LeCroy. A 2-out walk. 11th walk of the season for Talmadge LeCroy. And they have a base runner for Jordan Carrion. He's been a red-hot hitter for South Carolina. Senior from Miami, Florida, making his 8th start, his 16th game. He's now started the last 6 games at second base. 2 for 4 on Wednesday against Georgia State. 3 driven in on a bases clearing double. His 3rd multi-hit game of the year. He was 5 for 11 last weekend against Moorhead. Scored 4 runs, had that 3-hit game on Saturday where he doubled twice. Grayson, he's really taken advantage of the opportunity he's been given.
Yeah, he's been a much-needed spark at the bottom of this order.
It's a big cut. He's in the hole 0-2. He'll check on LeCroy. Does not have a stolen base yet this season. Carrion got a piece.
You see the full trust from Witherspoon to bounce that 0-2 breaking ball. Such a good catcher back there in Easton Carmichael, and he makes it look easy with that block.
I asked Coach Johnson where they rank. He's seen so many great batteries in his time. Oklahoma, Texas, said probably in the top 10, maybe top 5. So it's hard to compare their skills, and more compare attitudes, how they go about their business. With Kyson, makes him so unique is how far he's come, what he's done. He's always going to be a special player for Coach Johnson. And he gets Carrion. Kyson Witherspoon strikes out the side in the bottom of the 2nd, hitting Scobie, Hollins, and Carrion, Grayson.
Yeah, he gets Scobie with the slider, climbs the ladder on Bo Hollins with a 96-mile-per-hour fastball, and then strikes out Carrion with another slider. Move to the top of the...
Coach Garrido at Texas, he said those are the guys, Grayson, that set the bar for the younger coaches coming through. It's always good to look up to those guys and see how they go about their business. If you're not willing to learn from other coaches in the league, said, if you think you know everything about this game, you need to be doing something else.
Yeah, you're always learning something new every day in this game, and no matter what level you're at, you're learning something new. So Coach Johnson makes a great point. Can always be learning from the legends in this league and across the country. Coach Maneri is certainly one of them.
He has everyone's respect. Active leader in wins amongst D1 head coaches. 2-1 the count on Sam Christensen, who was hit by a pitch in the 1st. And that's pop foul. Scobie gives it a look in the seats. Richard, sophomore from Mesa, Arizona, And several junior college transfers in the lineup for Oklahoma. It's out of South Mountain Community College. Stone strikes out Christensen. One down here in the top of the third.
That was definitely Stone's best changeup of the night right there. That downward action right there. You can see he's kind of like, where's that been all night? Does a good job getting on top of that one and getting the strikeout.
Branch grounds it foul. An RBI ground out in the first. 13th run batted in of the season. The freshman from Texas. That misses 1-1 the count on Branch. He's a team leader in multi-hit games coming into this series, 6 of those. Was tied for the team lead in average entering the series as well. 1 for 2 with a walk on Wednesday against Louisiana Tech. The hit was an RBI single in the 4th. 3-1 count on Branch. Of course, his brother is Colby Branch, a shortstop at Georgia.
I wonder if those guys will get to face each other this year. I'm not sure if Georgia's on the schedule or not.
And Colby had 17 homers last year for the Bulldogs. Scobie cuts in front, fires. Oh, a nice stretch at first by Hollins. 2 down.
Tell you what, Scobie just makes it look so easy. This is not an easy play, and his glove's just a vacuum. Right there, works through the ball. A little bit of an errant throw, but his big first baseman is able to stay on the bag right there.
Those 2 freshmen are going to combine for a lot of plays the next couple of years here in Columbia. Brandon Stone looking for a 1-2-3 top of the third. First, he'll have to get through Dayton Taki. Taki had a sac fly in the first. His 10th run batted in of the season. Junior college transfer from Weatherford College in Texas. One of 3 impact JUCO bats in the lineup. It was 1 for 4 on Wednesday against Louisiana Tech. It was an RBI single in the second. Also stole a base. Right past Stone. 2-out single for Taki.
Taki's hit 2 balls hard already. Had the, I guess you could call it a sac fly to left on the great play made by Evan Stone. It was really a line drive that he laid out for, and he's now barreled up 2 balls here tonight.
Dawson Willis walked in the first. 255 hitter. Fake break from Taki.
Taki's a big boy, 6'2", 227, but even he's got 4 stolen bases and 5 attempts. Pretty much everybody up and down this lineup showing the ability to run.
That's grounded foul. To the count on Willis. Taki leads off first. They haven't picked off the throw down to second. And the tag is applied by Kazmar. That'll do it for the Sooners in the top of the third. to the bottom of the third from Founders Park. Oklahoma leads 4-0. And even outside the numbers, Grayson, just what he is as a leader. Coach Johnson told me that last Sunday he was working with a freshman pitcher, just shortening his action in the bullpen. And Kyson takes the kid over after Coach Johnson's done working with him. And he said, you know, when you're coaching, you're trying to build leaders. It's not all about winning, and it's about building leaders, and Kyson is that. Yeah, Coach Johnson talks about not only what a great pitcher he is, but what a great teammate and great person. And talking about a guy that pitched for the Team USA Collegiate National Team last summer, along with his brother. We'll see his twin brother tomorrow. And just a good representation of this Oklahoma baseball program. I mean, they are identical. Yeah. I was just going to ask you if you could tell them apart. I only know because Kyson's on the mound. That's right. You mentioned that U.S. experience. Kyson got a start in the International Friendship Series against Chinese Taipei. Went 3 2/3, just 1 hit, no runs, and 6 Ks. It's an 11-1 win for the United States. You know, normally in this situation, Dave, I'd say you got to kind of pass the baton, get to the next guy. But against a guy like Witherspoon, he doesn't walk you. He doesn't give up many hits. You almost have to, if you want to claw back into this game, hit for some extra bases, get some power up there. But he's just tough. It's going to be a tough assignment for this offense. Got to find a way to string some together and get that one big hit. Arpida Kazmar, 2-2 the count on the Ohio State transfer. Kazmar was 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored on Wednesday. Both teams played a Wednesday midweek. That was a great take right there from Kazmar. A hard cutter slider at the bottom of the zone. Just below it. Really good take. Another strikeout for Witherspoon. That's his 5th. Yeah, he's got 4 out of the last 5, and a lot of them are on that elevated fastball. It's tough to get a piece of it when it's at 96 at the top of the zone right there. Nathan Hall, strikeout victim, his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Good weekend last weekend against Morehead State. 4 for 9 with 3 walks. Drove in the only run of the game last Sunday. A 1-0 win for the Gamecocks. As they swept the Eagles. High fly ball right field. Harris in foul territory makes the play. Two down. That'll bring up Evan Stone. Stone lined out to short his first time up. He's already made a diving catch in left field. This brings all sorts of value to the lineup. Yeah, he had a good pass at his first at bat too. Just got in on him a little bit with the fastball. A soft liner toward shortstop. Only played 15 games last season. It was mostly as a defensive replacement. He's going to play a lot more than that this season. Yeah, his role was similar to that the first couple weekends, but he's strung together a couple weeks of really good at bats and earned this starting spot. Witherspoon now over 50 pitches. He's gone in the 90s all 4 of his starts. The Throw down from Carmichael to complete the play. Tyson Witherspoon is cruising through 3. We'll go to the top of the 4th, 4-0 Sooners.
Matched up on the diamond.
Here they are opening up SEC play in 2025. 4-0 lead for the Sooners. All 4 runs scored in the top of the 1st. That's driven off the bat of Willis to left field, and Stone is there.
Stone doing a really nice job of settling down after those first 8 hitters of the game, really. If he's able to get into the 5th, 6th inning after that start and keep this a manageable game, save the bullpen, that'll be an excellent job. Oklahoma came out swinging and came out hot.
They brought 9 to the plate in the top of the 1st. This is the number 9 hitter, Harris. Grounded out his first time up. He's been a versatile guy for Oklahoma. Has started at all 3 outfield spots. Didn't start on Wednesday in the midweek against Louisiana Tech, but he pinch ran and stole a base. Just missed low. Fans here at Founders wanted it.
Yeah, that was below. Good execution from Stone and a good take right there by Harris. Tried to go with the back foot slider and he didn't chase.
That's lifted deep to right field. Petrie back to the track, to the wall, and it's gone. Into the bullpen. First home run of the season for Tassan Harris. It's 5-0 Sooners.
See how fired up Harris is right there. Stone tried to go back to the breaking ball, left it up, and Harris did not miss it. Puts it into that Gamecock bullpen.
His first college home run for Harris. He had limited action as a freshman last season, was just 1 for 5 at the plate.
I think you saw the emotion of a guy that just hit his first college home run when he was rounding the bases right there between 1st and 2nd.
Hey, get it off, walk, come on, baby.
That's driven out to center. Hall's there. 2 down.
Swing, walk, good swing, walk. Swing.
So they retire Walk for the 2nd time, and now they'll bring up Trey Gamble. Gamble's 2 for 2.
Hey, let's go, Joel. Come on, Gamble.
Singles in the 1st and the 2nd.
Come on, baby.
Chopped to 1st. It's gobbled up by Hollins. And that'll do it for Oklahoma in the top of the 4th. They get another on the solo shot from Tassan Harris, his first collegiate home run. We're at the bottom of the 4th. Sooners lead 5-0. 52 pitches for Kyson Witherspoon as we get ready for the bottom of the 4th. The top SEC prospects for 2025 MLB draft. He's 5th on that list. Grayson, am I a homer if I have a problem with this list?
I don't think so. We've seen a lot of good players come through here, and we're going to over the next couple of months. But this guy at the plate, he's a top 10 prospect in this league in my eyes. But as you said, we might have a little bias, but he's about as good as it gets.
The Gamecocks only hit so far tonight, singled in the bottom of the 1st against Witherspoon.
It also just shows the depth of this league for anybody to leave him out of the top 10, and he's still good chance he's going to be a first-round pick in the draft this summer.
He loves matchups against premier pitchers. We saw it a couple years ago with Paul Skeens. He was the first. Did a home run off of him that season.
Yeah, he elevates his game. Got ridiculous bat speed. You see it right there. He's just a little early on that hard cutter slider.
Hey, win it now, win it. Go to work,
Someone just always seems to be ready when the big moment comes. Big night tonight against Witherspoon. Here's the 2-2.
Another thing that makes Witherspoon so special is how many pitches have you seen tonight that have missed middle of the plate? They're all above the zone, off the plate, that slider off the plate there. You're not seeing, and the stuff is just elite stuff. Mid to upper 90s with a sharp slider, but he's not missing middle often.
That was 97.
That one was middle, but when it's 97, you can get away with that sometimes.
Petrie, 49 career homers, second on South Carolina's career list, 13 away from tying Justin Smoke's record of 62. He's worked the count full. Eighth pitch of the at-bat upcoming. That's looped into right. Drops in for Petrie. He has a multi-hit game. Eighth multi-hit game of the season for the All-American Petrie.
I mean, somebody with his power numbers, the amazing thing is he's just such a pure hitter. 3-2 count, gets a breaking ball in, but he pulls the hands in. 2 for 2 off a guy that's going to be selected very high.
He's just so strong, Grayson. You can get it out there even if it is off the hands.
He's very strong. Big guy.
Chop to second. Not in time to get Jones. They do get Petrie.
They're going to call him for interference, it looks like. Yep. Petrie didn't slide. At second, you're not seeing much of an argument there.
It's Branch flipped to Willits. There's Petrie.
I mean, he didn't really affect the play, but guess you got to slide, huh, Dave?
That's the call. There are 2 down here in the 4th. Scobie at the plate. And a base hit for the freshman Scobie. He's 1 for 2. Third hit of the game for South Carolina, the first not hit by Ethan Petrie.
Yeah, that was doesn't seem like it right now, but that was potentially a big call right there at second. You'd have first and second, 1 out. Now you just got a man on first with 2 outs. Especially in a game like this where it's going to be tough to string together a whole lot against Witherspoon.
Witherspoon already has an SEC Pitcher of the Week award this season. Came after his best start. That was February 21st against Minnesota. He went 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, no walks, and 12 strikeouts to earn SEC Pitcher of the Week. Hounds takes 1-1 the count. Hounds had a pinch hit single in his first college at bat opening weekend against Sacred Heart. Check on Scobie. Scobie's 1 for 2 in steals this season. Gamecocks as a team, 26 for 32. Chop to second. Branch will get the force, and that'll do it for the Gamecocks in the fourth. We'll head to the fifth. Sooners lead 5-0. Founders Park, just around 70 degrees. These two great head coaches. Coach Johnson said he's known Coach Maneri a long time, knows South Carolina is going to be well coached, going to be fundamentally sound. He said it's an historic program. You just look at what Ray Tanner did when he was here. It's pretty incredible. He said he's excited to get a look at the stadium, play in this environment. Just really thankful for the opportunity more than anything else. His team leads 5-0 here in the fifth.
Yeah, Coach Johnson, kind of a baseball junkie, coached in the state of Texas for a long, long time, and definitely a historian of the game and knows about the history of this South Carolina program.
Hey, let's go. Get it up, Phil. Come on. I'm here.
Carmichael is 1 for 2. Count evens at 2-2. An RBI single in the first. He flew out to right field in the second. Team leader in homers with 5.
Attaboy, you can go, man. You're fine. Good release right here. Good breath. Good baseball. About 1 pitch. That's all. 2-1, baby.
Brandon Stone settled down after the first. Just 1 run given up since that solo home run to Harris in the fourth. And he strikes out Carmichael. Gets him looking. Second strikeout for Brandon Stone.
It's like Carmichael might not have liked it, but
He won't argue.
no, he knows he's wants to win those same pitches for his pitching staff.
How hard was that for you, Grayson, when you
It was
were up at
tough.
the plate? A borderline pitcher, one that you thought wasn't even borderline, to just kind of stay quiet in that moment.
It was tough. I mean, I tried not to be very confrontational with those guys because we had to work together all night, and I just said, look, as long as we're getting those same calls, you can ring me up on it, but I want those same calls from my pitcher. And I'm sure that's what Carmichael's thinking as well. And I think that was a good pitch. That was just a tough pitch to hit.
Were you willing to be a little more confrontational later in the game? If it was the 8th or 9th inning, maybe the end of a series, you won't see that umpire.
If we're winning big or losing big, maybe. But nah, those guys have a hard job and try to always be respectful.
So after the strikeout, a walk to Willits, 4-pitch walk. The second walk issued by Brandon Stone. And Willits, like all the Sooners, a threat to go. He's for 5 for 5 this season. Strike 1 to Sam Christensen. He was hit by a pitch in the first and struck out in the third. Christensen's the team leader in walks entering this series. On base percentage just under .530. His second home run of the season on Wednesday against Louisiana Tech. It was a 2-run shot in the second to open up the scoring. His first homer of the season was back on February 25th against Texas Southern.
Get it off, Sammy. Let's go, baby.
2-2 the count on Christensen. He's 3 for 9 with 3 driven in last weekend against Sam Houston.
Good dog.
Third strikeout for Stone. He gets Christensen 2 down.
I think Christensen might have been looking for that ball to sink away from him a little bit, and it just kind of stayed on plane. He swings under it right there. Stone with a couple of strikeouts with a walk sandwiched in between.
Now Kyle Branch. Branch 2 for 10 last weekend in the series against Sam Houston. He opened his career with a bang, an inside the park home run on opening day against Lehigh. He started the season with a 10-game hitting streak. It's a good way to open up your college career.
Yeah, no doubt.
Let's go, KB. Let's go, KB. I'm now.
Willits leads off first. Popped up foul territory. LeCroy. Watches it land in the seats. Stone got 1 strikeout the third, 2 already here in the 5th. Throw gets away, so Willits will advance to second, and now on his way to third.
I think Bo Hollins just got a little excited right there, knew they had him picked off, and just tried to apply the tag too early right there. That's twice now, Dave, in the 3rd and the 5th. 2 strikes, 2 outs with a man on first. You see Oklahoma's going to try and take a bag right there, something to keep in mind. South Carolina had him picked off in the 3rd, had him picked off again right there.
Grounded to short, Kazmar throws out Branch. And Oklahoma will leave a runner at third. We're halfway through. The Sooners lead 5-0. 6 strikeouts so far for Kyson Witherspoon.
Yeah, Witherspoon's been really good. We talked about it earlier. None of these pitches are anywhere near the middle of the plate. He's doing a good job of getting ahead and then expanding the zone. Stuff is so good. He's a really confident young man you see right there. Knows he's got really good stuff.
Bottom of the order for the Gamecocks, 7, 8, and 9, starting with LeCroy. 4 shutout innings so far for Kyson Witherspoon. Just 1 walk. That was to LeCroy in the 2nd. A lot of hits so far this season for Talmadge LeCroy, but a lot of walks, 11 of them, and the on-base percentage is over 400. It's been that way for his entire career.
Real good, real good.
And the hits will come. He's dealing with that thumb, not easy, fractured thumb.
Yeah, he's a guy that's got plenty of hits at this level, a lot of experience. Took a good pass at that one right there and continues to get on base, but he'd like to see a good pass at that one as well.
It's to right. There's Harris. 1 down.
Talmadge is running into some tough luck this year, hitting some balls hard early in the season right at people.
There's Jordan Carrion. He's hit a lot of balls hard of late as well. Sends that to left center, and it's in the gap. It splits the outfielders and rolls up against the wall. Carrion motoring around second. He's headed for third. Dives in safe. A 1-out triple for Jordan Carrion. And the Gamecocks are in business here in the bottom of the 5th.
Carolina gets the first pitch breaking ball right here. There's one middle. Hadn't done it much tonight, and this crowd needed something to get excited for. See if South Carolina can continue the inning, maybe put up a crooked number here to get right back in this thing.
Just an absolute spark.
He is. I love watching this kid play. Played some high-level baseball at Florida and Florida State, and making the most of his opportunity here in Columbia.
Kazmar struck out his first time up. Coach Mainieri talked about it with Carolina as he came through with a big hit with 2 outs and 2 strikes on Wednesday. So those are my favorite kind. Some people think that clutch isn't still part of the game, but I do.
It's a huge part of the game.
It was a clutch hit on Wednesday night. He's been playing great for South Carolina.
A great block right there from Carmichael. That ball hit well in front of the plate.
That'll get the job done. Kazmar brings in carry-on and give Henry Kazmar an RBI, and the Gamecocks are on the board. They trail 5-1. And finally get to Witherspoon here in the 5th, Grayson.
Yeah, just as you mentioned, carry on a huge spark, hustles right out of the box on that ball to the 380 sign and makes it to where that ground out to second becomes a run. It's gonna be a tough play.
Chopped to short, it got past Willits. Couldn't handle the tough hop. And Nathan Hall's aboard with 2 down.
Willits found himself in a tough spot right there. Right when that ball was hit, you could tell it was going to have a ton of top spin. He's got to come right off the bat and come get that ball, but he kind of pauses right there and makes it almost impossible. Here's Evan Stone. There goes Hall. The throwdown from Carmichael. It's a stolen base for Nathan Hall. He's in scoring position with 2 down here in the 5th. I love that right there. Staying aggressive even though you're down 5-1. You go on the first pitch. Stone's able to come through with a base knock right here. It'd be huge for South Carolina.
7 stolen bases on the season now for Nathan Hall. He's 7 for 8. They did give Hall a hit. On the count on Evan Stone. Stone lined out to short in the 1st and then struck out in the 3rd. He's 0 for 2. 263 hitter. A couple of homers and 7 driven in. RBI opportunity here.
Another great stop behind the plate. You see Carmichael showing why he's one of the best catchers in the country. That ball is well outside of the plate, and he just kind of slides his chest over and stops that ball.
Stone homered a week and a half ago at the Citadel. Again last weekend against Morehead State. Count evens at 2-2. Ethan Petrie on deck. Already a couple of hits tonight. And gets Stone. Another strikeout for Witherspoon. The Gamecocks will leave one, but they get one. And we'll head to the 6th, 5-1 Sooners. Give way to Jackson Susi, junior left-hander from Cambridge, Ontario.
Susi's been really good this year. He's 88-92 with the fastball, a slider, and a changeup, but his numbers are excellent. He's got a .96 ERA and 9 1/3 inning. Got 9 strikeouts and 5 walks. His goal as always, keep this game manageable and get the offense back in the dugout.
Deal with a couple of lefties due up in the bottom of the order. One of them at the plate, Dayton Taki. He's had a good night so far. A sac fly in the first. Singled in the third. That sac fly was really robbed of a hit by Stone.
The sac line.
Sends that out to left center, and this could be trouble. A home run for Taki. His second of the season. Tack on another run for Oklahoma. They lead 6-1.
Taki's a strong guy. I did not think that was getting out off the bat, and he just kept carrying. Drives it into his teammates' bullpen out there in left center field. Gets a fastball. He hit that ball hard.
Left on left, and it's the second home run of the night for the Sooners. Is that hit out there who made the catch in the bullpen?
I couldn't tell.
I saw 48.
No, he's 6-7.
Dawson Willis at the plate. 0 for 1 with a walk. He walked in the first and flew out to left field in the fourth. This is the 5th appearance of the season for Susi. Has made a couple of starts. 2 scoreless innings with a couple of strikeouts on Sunday against Morehead State, and he earned the win. He was out of the pen the Tuesday before against Davidson. His 2 starts were against Queens and Gardner-Webb in midweeks earlier this season. Junior college transfer. Lillis is a D2 transfer. A good weekend last weekend against Sam Houston, 4 for 11, 3 driven in. And Susi throws it past Willis. First strikeout for Jackson Susi. 1 down. And Tassan Harris is due up. His last at-bat, his first collegiate home run, Grayson.
Yeah, I got that hanging breaking ball. Look at that emotion right there. Teammates fired up for him. First career collegiate home run. Got to feel good.
Get on his bunker. Hey, get it on, Dad. Come on, Dad.
He's now 9 for 20 on the season, hitting .450.
Now.
He's providing a lot of good at-bats from the bottom of that order and the opportunities that he's getting.
Got a .450 hitter in the 9 spot. Got a good lineup.
Come on, one step.
He started 2 games last weekend against Sam Houston, was 3 for 7 with a walk, a couple driven in. Doubled in both of his games.
You look at this lineup, Dave, really the crazy thing is there's not a single senior in the starting lineup. Only 5 on the entire roster. It just shows this Oklahoma team's going to be a problem for years to come now joining the SEC.
The only senior who's ever in the lineup really is Mudler, the other catcher. He's played in 9 games. Didn't get the start tonight.
You got 4 sophomores, 4 juniors, and a freshman in the starting 9 for the Sooners.
Come on, one step. Come out.
That's grounded foul. Count evens at 2-2 on Tassan Harris. Got a second multi-hit game of the year last Friday. Looking for one here.
Come out, one step. Come on, one step. Get it up, baby.
Back-to-back strikeouts for Susi as he gets Harris.
It's a good rebound right there from Susi after giving up the leadoff home run to Taki. Gets the swinging strikeout from Willis, and the K looking on Deshaun Harris.
Now deal with Jason Walk. Sophomore from Mackworth, Georgia. 5 multi-hit games this season. Has a hit already tonight. Singled and scored a run in the first. He's 1 for 3. One home run this season for Walk. That was against Cal State Northridge.
Come on, Jay, Walk, baby. Here you go, Wyatt.
Switch hitter batting from the right side against Susi. Saw him already from the left side against Stone.
Come on, baby. Go Walk. Come on, one.
Oh, out. And Walk seems to be okay. He'll trot down to first.
Gotta love the technology in these helmets nowadays. Looks like Walk's perfectly fine after that one. Here's a stat we haven't brought up yet tonight, Dave.
What's that?
Gamble has 18 walks to 4 strikeouts. That is a ridiculous walk to strikeout ratio. Usually if you're around 1-to-1, that's pretty dang good. He's got 18 walks to 4 strikeouts. That's pretty strong out of the 2-hole.
Hey, go, Jake.
And you think about Walk, the leadoff hitter, coming into tonight, 6 strikeouts to 11 walks, so he's 2-to-1.
Then they got
practically walks to strikeouts.
Sam Christensen, 19 walks to 10. They got a couple guys that have a really good ratio up there.
Coach Rooney will have a chat with Susi. 2 down here in the top of the 6th, in a 6-to-1 game. Always tougher to steal against the left-handed Grayson, but Walk over there at first can fly.
Yeah, usually with a lefty, you got to take a little bit of a gamble, go on first move. It's rare you're going to be able to read his leg kick and still get a good enough jump to be able to steal. So pick your spot, try and take a gamble, especially with 2 outs here. We've seen it twice already now. Once they get to 2 strikes, these runners are taking off. They've gotten picked off twice for it.
Walk has 2 multi-steal games this season. He stole 3 in the same game against Cal State Northridge. Meanwhile, he can't get distracted from Gamble at the plate. He's 2 for 3. And a check on Walk. This is when he gets on base, he gets in the pitcher's head so he can create some good hitting opportunities for the guys behind him to knock him in. That's his goal.
Go now.
That'll get past LeCroy on a wild pitch. Walk falls down between second and third. The throw down from LeCroy. Walk is back.
Yeah, he about caused some havoc right there, just like you were talking about, putting pressure on the defense. He just slipped.
He says Coach Reggie Willits, Jackson's dad, who's associate head coach, preaches chaos. Of course, another coach on the staff, Todd Butler, has a single-season stolen base record for Oklahoma. So they really key into the small things the pitcher will do. That's how their offense works, and everyone knows when he's on base, Walk creates opportunities for the guys behind him to hit.
Yeah, I saw them all wearing that hoodie coming in, chaos with the OU logo. So to your point, Dave, they preach it on this team.
Come on, 2-0, come on, 2-0. Hit it!
Pitch inside.
Come on, 2-0. Got a ball, got to work now, Shake. Come on, Shake. Here we go. Come on, Zeus.
Two down here in the top of the sixth. Two-out RBI opportunity for Trey Gamble. Walk leads off second. And the Gamecocks do have the shift on for Gamble. 3 on the right side.
He beat that shift once in the first inning and then hit a line drive in that same right center gap again in the second.
The count is full.
Gamble
continues to battle against Jackson Susie.
You look at Gamble's numbers, they get better in big spots. You know, he's hitting 362, but he's hitting 471 with runners on, 375 with runners in scoring position, and 444 with 2 outs. So he actually gets better in big spots like this.
He's getting on base at a 544 clip. That number will rise. 2-out walk. First and second for the Sooners. And the All-American due up, Easton Carmichael. Carmichael was third-team All-American last season, first-team All-Big 12, All-Tournament, All-Regional, All-Everything catcher for the Sooners.
Come on in, baby.
1 for 3 so far, an RBI single in the first for Carmichael. Last season started 60 games. Grayson hit 366, 7 homers and 64 driven in.
That's good for anybody, but especially when you play a premier position behind the plate as well as he does.
And it's over a leaping carry-on. Walk will score. Another RBI single for Easton Carmichael. He's driven in 2 so far tonight. 7-1 Sooners.
Just a great piece of hitting right here. Change up down and away off the plate, but he keeps his shoulder and head, doesn't pull off it at all, and just flips one out into right field. Gets another RBI single here.
And Gamble went first to third, so it's runners at the corners. Jackson Willits.
Help out. Come on, Sam. Come on, Jay Willett.
That's pop foul. Willits, an RBI double in the first, flew out to center field in the second, and walked in the fifth.
Come on, Sam, go to work. Stand on that eight.
Second on the team in homers, hit his 4th last Sunday. It's against Sam Houston. The others this season against Texas Southern, Virginia, and opening day against Lehigh. That Virginia game was a win for Oklahoma. They've beaten 2 top teams this season already. Number 2 Virginia on February 23rd and number 7 Oregon State on the 22nd. Both at the Round Rock Classic. So they have a pair of top 10 wins before SEC play begins.
That's a great tournament they put on down there in Texas. They always get some of the top teams in college baseball, and Oklahoma made a statement down there in Texas.
Hey, good dog, good dog.
And Susie strikes out Willits. That'll do it for the Sooners in the 6th, but they get 2 more. The big blow was the home run off the bat of Dayton Taki. He gets his 2nd of the season. Left center field into the bullpen. Oklahoma leads against Kyson Witherspoon. These are Golden Spikes preseason watch list in the SEC. 3 on display tonight. Now 1 on the mound, 1 at the plate. Witherspoon and Petrie.
Real good ball, real good ball.
And Petrie has been the better of the 2 in this competition tonight, Grayson. He's 2 for 2, singles in the first and the fourth.
Yeah, but the key there, Dave, is in the first 2 outs, nobody on, and in the second, or in the fourth, it was leadoff. So you'll take that if you're Witherspoon pitching to Ethan Petrie with nobody on base.
They finally got to Witherspoon in the bottom of the 5th. Jordan Carrion tripled, and then Kazmar with an RBI groundout to bring him in. Hall singled and stole base after that. And Witherspoon locked down. And Oklahoma came right back with 2 more in the top of the 6th to take a 7-1 lead. Popped up, foul territory. Carmichael. 1 down. First time they've retired Petrie tonight.
Yeah, Witherspoon got the fastball in on Petrie's hands. He just does such a good job of holding his velocity deep into the game. I haven't seen a fastball under 95 in a while. It's all 95 to 97. Got Evan Stone in the bottom of the 5th with a 97-mile-per-hour fastball right at the knees.
Last season, he had 90 strikeouts in 80 innings. 17 appearances, 11 of them starts. He had a save as well. He was 8-3 with a 3.71 ERA for the Sooners. But he went 6-1 in Big 12 play. His first season at Oklahoma. His freshman season was at Northwest Florida State College. His brother has been with him at every stop. We'll see him tomorrow. Even together over the summer with the U.S. national team as Jones gets hit. And then they pitched in the Cape Cod League.
They're inseparable. It's going to be tough for the same team to draft them both. Got about a 1 in 30 chance of that.
Tyson's going to be a first-round pick. Malachi will be a little later.
There's a chance.
All 3 pitchers that Oklahoma will throw this weekend, pretty similar arsenal. That's what Coach Johnson told us. Obviously the 2 twin brothers, but Cameron Johnson as well. Similar stuff.
Yeah, very similar.
It's from the left side.
Yeah. Kyson might have a little more zip on the fastball than some of those other guys, but very similar repertoires with fastball, slider, curveball, changeup.
1 on, 1 down for Scobie. KJ Scobie is 1 for 2. He struck out in the 2nd, singled his last time up. That was in the 4th. It's knocked down by Carmichael, so Jones stays put. Scobie was 4 for 11 last weekend, drove in 4 against Morehead State. Homered on Saturday, 2-run shot for his 2nd of the season. We're gonna have a meeting on the mound for Oklahoma. That's the left-hander Jamie Hitt getting loose. Well, he's up to 88 pitches, Grayson. I mentioned all 4 starts. He's been in the 90s range.
Yeah, you got to think Coach Johnson's going to give him an opportunity to finish off this inning, stay in that 90-pitch range if he can. Give his team another quality start.
The season high is 97. That was 6 shutout innings against Cal State Northridge. 3-0.
On the flip side of that, if you're South Carolina, you're doing everything you can to load these bases up. Get a big inning here, get into that Oklahoma bullpen.
Three and 1. Now the count is full.
Scobie might have let him off the hook a little bit right there, let him back into this at-bat on that 3-0 swing.
He's trying to make it a 7-3 game.
Yeah. Coach has given the true freshman confidence to swing 3-0 right there. Now you're back into a dogfight.
Two home runs so far this season for Scobie. The first was in the midweek against Gardner-Webb. The one last Saturday against Morehead State. Tremendous athlete, all-state in baseball, basketball, and golf. It's a piece of the Kiel Academy of Technology in Florida.
Fighting off some tough pitches, those last two. Gotta bear down and win this at bat.
And the pitch count is now up to 94. 3 away from his season high. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th. Kennedy Jones takes his lead off first. Lined into center field, a base hit for Scobie. He's got a multi-hit game.
That's just a great at-bat right there by the freshman. Takes the fastball at the bottom and just drives it right back up the box. He's looked good tonight against a elite pitcher in Kyson Witherspoon. A couple of hard-hit singles.
Now it's 2 on, 1 down for Bo Hollins. Hollins is 0 for 2. Here's Coach Johnson. Witherspoon getting the hugs from his teammates. They're going to make a pitching change. We'll take a break. I'll tell you about Jamie Hitt when we come back. He is responsible for the runners at first and second, so that line is not done. First and second, 1 down. The new pitcher for Oklahoma is James Hitt, senior lefty from Texas.
Yeah, Hitt tied for the team lead with, this will be his 9th appearance. He's got 9 2/3, a 1.86 ERA, 11 strikeouts in those 9 2/3 innings. He's going to get Bo Hollins from the right side here.
Hollins gets hit. So the bases are loaded for South Carolina. Big opportunity here, Grayson.
Huge opportunity. You can get right back in this game. Get that one key extra base hit, drive in some runs, keep the inning going. It'll be the senior in Talmadge LeCroy.
LeCroy walked in the 2nd, flew to right field in the 5th. Fouls off the first pitch. Experienced guy, team leader. You see his energy and enthusiasm behind the plate after every strikeout. Big opportunity here for LeCroy. He's behind 0-2. No homers yet. Hit 3 last season, 4 the year before. 1-2 the count. Two of his 3 last season were in SEC play, Florida and Texas A&M. The other was against Winthrop. Such a durable guy, the only Gamecock to play all 62 games last season. He's playing hurt with that thumb this season.
Yeah, South Carolina's put together some good long battles at the plate tonight. Saw it from Scobie, saw it from Hall to lead off the game. Just gotta keep fighting.
To the left side, and it's through past Willits. Jones scores. An RBI single for LeCroy. Gamecocks have their second run of the night.
Another good battle. 2 strikes. Gets a barrel on it, is able to get it just under the glove of the shortstop. Look who's at the plate, Dave. The guy's come up in big spots over the last 10 to 14 days. He's got another opportunity here.
Outside of, I would say, Ethan Petrie and I guess Nathan Hall, right? Who would you rather have at the plate right now if you're a South Carolina fan than Jordan Carrion?
100%.
He's 1 for 2. He struck out in the second, tripled, and scored a run in the 5th. In this situation on Wednesday night, he had a bases clearing double. 7 driven in on the season for Carrion. Began his career at Florida, 37 games with the Gators in 2021. A couple of seasons with Florida State, 2022 and 2023. Had to sit out last season after transferring to South Carolina. He's made his mark this season. Scobie leads off third, Hollins off second, LeCroy off first. It's off the glove of Willis. Carrion is out at first, but Scobie scores, give Jordan Carrion another RBI. Oklahoma leads 7-3.
That's a bad break for the Gamecocks. The ball is hit hard. Third baseman Willis lays out, and it just goes right to the shortstop. He's able to get him by a half a step over at first. If you're South Carolina, you needed that ball to get through.
Well, still have another opportunity here. Second and third, 2 down. Here's Kazmar. It's knocked down by Branch. The throw from the ground. Kazmar is safe. Hollins scores. Gamecocks have their 4th run.
That's back-to-back pitches, Dave. We've seen this Oklahoma infield defense save a couple of runs. If this ball gets through, that's another run for South Carolina. Good clutch hit there from Kazmar. South Carolina's right back in this game.
They're within 3. They have the tying run at the plate. Blowing outside to Nathan Hall.
Tying run with a lot of power as well. Only 2 home runs, but we've seen the power from this guy.
A pair of 3-run home runs this season. One against Gardner-Webb, one against Sacred Heart. Chop to third. Willis doesn't have the play. Lucroy scores. Give Hall an RBI. The Gamecocks are within 2.
Speed never slumps, Dave. Ball hadn't left the infield in 3 at-bats, and South Carolina keeps getting those runs. They finally got the crooked number they've been looking for all game.
Lost the handle there. I'm not sure he would have had a chance to throw out Hall anyway. As you mentioned, runs really well.
Would have been a tough play. Hall runs extremely well down the line. This is exactly what you needed if you're the Gamecock offense.
They trailed 7-1 going into the bottom of the 6th. Put up 4. They're not done. A pitching change for Oklahoma. Evan Stone due at the plate when we come back.
Shown a lot so far this season. He's got some power. He's got some really good hitting ability. Going to get Evan Stone out of the game and get the righty-lefty matchup here. It's kind of a slow night for this South Carolina fan base, and they're back in the game now, and big spot in the game here in the bottom of the 6th.
Oklahoma brings in the right-hander from Texas, Jason Bowden. First and second, 2 down. Good speed on the bases for South Carolina. It's Kazmar at second, Hall at first. The count on the junior from Lincoln, Nebraska. His 15th game of the season.
That was dotted right there, right at the knees, right on the corner. If you're Warrior, that's not a pitch you want to swing out in the 1-0 count anyways.
He had a pinch hit single on Wednesday against Georgia State. 2-1. Three homers this season for Woida. Grand slam for his first against Milwaukee. And then 2 against Gardner-Webb. It's a big rip. Count even to 2-2. Carmichael pounces on it and throws out Woida. That ends the threat for the Gamecocks. A big half inning. They get 4. We've got a game heading to the 7th. It's 7-5 Oklahoma.
But he attacks guys, and I love that about him.
He misses to Sam Christensen. Blake Jackson is now in left field after Woida pinch hit for Stone.
Talk about it all the time, Dave. Got to have a shutdown inning right here for South Carolina. You go in and put up a 4 spot. You want to get that offense right back in the dugout.
They trailed 7-1 going into the 6th, going into the bottom of the 6th, I should say.
Yeah, those guys in the field are itching to get back in there and swing it. Hitting is contagious. Put up a 4 spot like that.
They brought 9 to the plate.
It's gonna work, Sam. It's gonna work, Sam. Let's go, 40.
2-2 the count on Christensen. No contact night. Was hit by a pitch in the first, struck out in the 3rd and the 5th. Marlotte gets Christensen. 1 down in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, went with the breaking ball the pitch before. That's a big 12-6 curveball. Christian just swings right over the top of it. Good start from Marlott.
Opponents are hitting just 172 this season against Marlott. He last pitched last Saturday against Morehead State. A couple of innings, no runs, no hits, no walks, 3 strikeouts. He finished the game.
Let's go, Sid. Come on, KB. Let's go, KB, baby. I'm out.
Grounded to short. Kazmar throws out Branch. Marlott looking for a 1-2-3, top of the 7th.
Yeah, went with the little hard cutter right there. Was able to get it off the barrel and off the end of the bat for Branch. Got to face Dayton Taki, who's had a really good night at the plate.
Yeah, he's been a problem for South Carolina tonight. A sac fly in the first, but he was really robbed of a hit. Singled in the 3rd, homered in the 6th, and takes a strike. Taki had a multi-hit game in his Oklahoma debut earlier this season against Lehigh. Homered in his first at-bat as a Sooner. That was his first home run of the season. Got a second earlier tonight. 1-2 as Marlott gets ahead. Ground to the right side. Howells is there. He'll step in the bag, and it's a 1-2-3 top of the 7th for Parker Marlott. Time to stretch. We're at Ray Tanner Field at Founders Park. Sooners lead by 2.
Behind him of putting together hits, and he's having another good night here with 2 hits.
373 hitter, 5 homers, 20 driven in. Start the rally in the bottom of the 7th. Takes up and in. Two and 0. Gamecocks trail big, have made it a tight one against number 12 Oklahoma. It's ball 4. So Petrie's on for the 3rd time tonight. And he'll bring the tying run to the plate. Kenny Jones is 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch, scored a run in the 6th. Grounds to short. Willits flips to second for 1 on to first. It's a double play. 6-4-3. 2 down in the bottom of the 7th.
Yeah, Kennedy goes after the first pitch, barrels it, but just takes that outside fastball, and that's a tailor-made 6-4-3 double play.
Brings up KJ Scobie. Multi-hit game for Scobie. And that'll drop in for his third hit of the night.
How about KJ Scobie? Just been a line drive machine tonight. Had 2 off the All-American Kyson Witherspoon and takes his first pitch fastball and drives it right back up the box.
So again, the tying run to the plate. This time it's Bo Hollins. Hollins was hit by a pitch his last time up. Also scored a run. Switch hitter out of River Bluff High School. 3-time All-State selection. A check on Scobie. Scobie 1 for 2 this season in steals. Oh, 2. Hollins hitting .312. He's really earned these starts at first. That'll get past Carmichael. So Scobie advances to second. He's in scoring position. Another look at the wild pitch.
Yeah, 0-2, just tries to overthrow that one a little bit and misses wide. If you're Hollins right here, don't try and do too much in this situation. Stay with your approach.
Come on, balls. Come on, get balls.
442 hitter last season for River Bluff. 445 the season before when he led the state with 18 homers. Scobie leads off second.
Bowden hasn't shown Hollins a single pitch, even middle part of the plate. Everything's been away. See where Carmichael sets up here. It's going to be away again.
Bowden off the mound. Flips to first to retire Hollins. And the Gamecocks will leave one. We'll go to the 8th. Oklahoma leads 7-5. 2-3, 7th. Coach Maneri, before the season, when we were talking to him, Grayson, he said, I didn't see Marlott throw it all in the fall because he was out, and then I saw him throw for the first time in a game situation in the spring. He was just really impressed. As you mentioned earlier, called him a bulldog. Just not afraid to throw the ball over the plate. His stuff is good. And Coach Maneri said, I just really like him.
Yeah, you can't help but be impressed. He pitches like a guy that's 6'5", 230. He's got really good breaking ball, as you see right there, and you saw it in the 7th inning. But I just, like Coach Maneri said, I love how he comes after guys. He's not afraid of anybody.
He's become a trusted arm here in 2025. He's ahead in the count 0-2 on Dawson Willis. Willis 0 for 2 with a walk. He walked back in the first. Foul back. Willis was the Division II Defensive Player of the Year last season. At the plate, he hit .329 with 7 homers and 52 driven in. I mentioned he's from Ruston, Louisiana. He just played Louisiana Tech in the midweek. His parents are both athletes at Louisiana Tech. His father, Chris, played football there. His mother, Mandy, ran track there. And his brother, CJ, played baseball at Louisiana from 2021 to 23 after spending the 2020 COVID season at LSU.
Yeah, clearly,
good genes in that family.
Clearly an athletic family. Willis standing 6'4".
And he belts that to left. Jackson looks up, and it's gone. Second home run of the season for Dawson Willis. Gives the Sooners a 3-run lead.
That right there is what you call a no-doubter. Got the 2-2 fastball right down the middle. Marlott tried to put him away with a breaking ball the previous two, and Blake Jackson barely moved on that one. Way out of here.
He talked about his frame. There's some power in that frame. Son Harris is 1 for 3. He homered back in the 4th. Well, Oklahoma has 3 home runs tonight, Grayson. 1 from the number 7 hitter, 1 from the number 8 hitter, and 1 from the number 9 hitter.
Yeah, that's great production down there. And they're huge runs. I mean, that home run that Taki hit, South Carolina storms back, would be talking about a different game, and another insurance home run right there from Willis. They're finding a way to keep the separation at bay.
0-2 the count on Harris. Throws the fastball by him. Second strikeout for Parker Marlott.
Yeah, very similar to what we saw from Susie. Gives up the solo home run to lead off the inning, comes back and gets a strikeout. Back to the top of the order here for Oklahoma.
And Jason Walk has been on twice. He's 1 for 3. He's also hit by a pitch. Scored 2 runs already tonight. Tremendous leadoff hitter for Oklahoma. 356 hitter. He's only a sophomore switch hitter. He'll keep getting stronger. One home run this season for Walk. Takes on 3-0. Strike. Last season hit 281 with 3 homers and 19 driven in. Really taking that next step this season. It's a 1-out walk.
I'd be absolutely shocked if Walk doesn't run at some point in this at bat. Lefty at the plate.
Hey, Doug, help him. Let's go get him.
Last season, he was 12 of 15, 3rd on the team in steals. He already has 7 this season. Here comes Coach Maneri.
I think they're going to try and counteract that with the lefty in the bullpen. If they're making the change, he might just be coming to talk to him.
That's Matthew Becker.
Nope, they're going to make the change.
Pitching change for South Carolina. We'll tell you about Becker when we come back.
Out of the bullpen. Going to face the lefty. It's going to be upper 80s, low 90s with the fastball, big breaking ball, and a changeup. Going to look to keep this game at 8-5 here for the Gamecocks.
Opponents hitting .215 this season against Becker. Tossed 1 scoreless inning on Wednesday in relief against Georgia State. started last Friday against Morehead State. It was lifted early, only went 1 2/3. Was great in his first 2 starts this season. 17 Ks and no walks.
Yeah, he's always been a really high strikeout guy. Well over a strikeout per inning for his career.
He's second among active career leaders in the SEC. 223 strikeouts and 163 and 2/3 innings. To your point, Grayson.
Yeah, I mean, it's always been a strength of his repertoire, is being able to get the K. Is when he gets in trouble, is when he walks guys. We saw it early in those 2 starts, didn't walk anybody and had tremendous success.
And he's been good at controlling the running game, which they need to do here with Walk over there at first.
Okay. Get it up, baby. Get it up now. Oh, Gamble.
One and 1 the count on Gamble. He's been on base 3 times tonight. Single in the first and the second, grounded out in the 4th, and then walked in the 6th.
Okay. Good dog. Good dog. Go back. Come on.
Last time he was on base, we talked about the chaos that Jason Walk tries to bring to the base paths.
Yeah, he's not a guy when you're the opposing team you want on the base paths, because you're always thinking about him.
It's grounded foul.
No way. I like that. What? What?
When guys are on base, Becker's always been someone who can get out of jams, has the toughness to do so, has the experience and the stuff to get out of it. Not much of a jam here. Runner at first, 1 down. Called strike 3. It's Gamble looking.
It's a tough guy to strike out. Mentioned earlier, only has 4 strikeouts on the year. Paints the corner with that off-speed pitch. Gamble maybe thought that was a hair out.
Carmichael's 2 for 4. RBI singles in the 1st and in the 6th.
I think we've seen no less than 10 pickoff attempts on Jason Walk here tonight.
Well, you know he wants to get in a scoring position for Carmichael. As Carmichael has already done the job twice tonight.
Yeah, he's a All-American player for a reason. He's gotten a couple opportunities to drive in runs here tonight and come up clutch in both of them.
Led the Sooners in hits last season. And in conference play, he led the Big 12 in hits. Runs batted in at 406 in Big 12 play last season. See how that translates in the SEC. Drives that out to center field. Hall is there. And he retires Carmichael. That'll do it for Oklahoma in the top of the 8th. They get 1 on the homer from Willis. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. The Sooners lead 8-5. LeCroy, Carrion, and Kazmar. SEC baseball, it's here. Coach Maneri said, I've always described the SEC as the major leagues of college baseball. He said, I say that because the bottom dwellers in the MLB are still MLB caliber players, and everyone in the SEC are still SEC caliber players. And if you don't bring your A game, you can get beat every single game. Just like the worst team in the big leagues, can beat the champion on any given day. You never go into any weekend thinking you're going to sweep or win the series. It's just one game at a time. So if you think differently than that, you're a fool, because this league will humble you quickly. They're trying to win their opener in comeback fashion here, trailing by 3.
Yeah, there's such a fine line. Usually comes down to one pitch, one play, one at bat. many, many times throughout these 30 games.
He's seen a lot of them.
A lot.
Show J-Ball, show J-Ball, show J-Ball, come on.
LeCroy up the middle and through. A leadoff single in the 8th. A multi-hit game for Talmadge LeCroy.
It's a good start right there. Senior gets a 2-1 fastball, drives it right back up the middle. Carry on comes up in another big spot to try and load these bases up, get the top of the order up to potentially tie this game.
Carry on is 1 for 3. He tripled and scored a run in the 5th, had an RBI ground out in the 6th. 10 for 30 on the season. That's 333. Two-no.
Bowden getting behind on each of the first 2 hitters, putting them in some good hitters counts. LeCroy was able to take advantage of that.
To the count on Carry On. Again this season as a utility guy off the bench. He's worked his way into a role as a starting second baseman. Grounds to short. Willits goes to second for 1 on a first. A double play.
Double plays are killing this Gamecock offense tonight. It's back-to-back innings. They've got the leadoff runner on and had it erased by a 6-4-3 double play. Good turn right there, and they're able to get Carry On by half a step. It's the 3rd double play after a leadoff base runner here tonight.
1 in the 4th, 1 in the 7th, now 1 in the 8th. Kazmar responds with his 2nd hit of the night.
Believe it or not, Dave, all 3 of those times the double plays happened, the next guy got a base hit. It's really been the story. South Carolina's got 12 hits here tonight. They're swinging the bat well, but those double plays have been absolutely massive for Oklahoma.
Gamecocks have 12 hits. Sooners have 10. Of course, 3 of Oklahoma's 10 have left the yard. All solo shots.
And 11 singles and the 1 triple for the South Carolina offense.
2 of those singles belong to Nathan Hall. He's behind 0-2. Popped out and out of play. Hall looking for his 3rd hit of the night. His career high is 4. That was earlier this season against Queens.
0-2 count. You're going to see Hall spread out, not really stride, just kind of put that front toe in the ground and battle. He does a good job of it.
Pop up. This one will stay in the infield. Branch takes care of Hall. The Gamecocks will leave 1. We're through 8 here in Columbia. An emotional SEC opening night. We head to the top of the 9th. Sooners lead by 3. Top of the 9th, Oklahoma looking for some insurance. Blackbirds are up against Matthew Becker, 4, 5, and 6. Jackson Willits is 1 for 3 with a walk. RBI double in the first. There's a 4-run top of the first for Oklahoma that set the tone in this game. They led at 1.7-1. Gamecocks came back in the 6th to make it a 7-5 game. Sooners tacked on one more in the 8th. That's where we stand, 8-5. Willits was all Big 12 honorable mention last season as a freshman in the all-tournament team. At 268, he's at 266 right now. It's a fly ball to right field. Petrie's there. One down.
Come on, Foyle. Gotta work, Sam. Gotta work, Foyle.
Tough night for Sam Christensen. He was hit by a pitch in the first and then struck out 3 times, the 3rd, the 5th, and the 7th. His first season with Oklahoma, JUCO transfer, South Mountain Community College in Phoenix, Arizona. It's flared out to left. Jackson goes a long way and makes the play towards the line. 2 down.
Yeah, this is huge if you're South Carolina. If you're not able to come back in the bottom 9th and win it, if you're able to keep Becker's pitch count low here, be able to come back and use them potentially tomorrow or Sunday if needed.
Let's go, 6, hands in front, baby. I'm KB. Come on, Kyle. Here, 6, here, 6. On 6, on 6.
Brent shows bunt, pulls it back, takes a strike.
Hey, so what? You're back. 6 is go. Go to work.
It's grounded out 4 times tonight.
Come on, 6.
Ground out in the first, brought in a run. I mentioned earlier that he's the brother of Georgia Bulldog Colby Branch. Colby hurt South Carolina last season with a couple of multi-hit games. Kyle's very talented also. Freshman with superstar upside. Despite the 0 for 4, he's hitting .333. Fouls that back. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. The count is full. Stone started this game for South Carolina, and then it was Susie, Marlott, and now Becker. Pop foul. And we'll do it again.
Branch having a good at bat here, kind of had the awkward check swing on the previous foul ball. Fouls another fastball off right there. 8th pitch at the at bat coming up.
That's headed towards the gap. Branch rounds first. He's headed for 2. 2-out double. First hit of the night for Kyle Branch.
He takes that 8th pitch of the at-bat and drives it into the gap. Really good swing right there on a middle fastball. Keeps this 9th inning going for Oklahoma.
A really good at-bat by the freshman.
Yeah. It's easy to get down on yourself 0 for 4 and comes through right there with an extra base hit.
It's a great quality to have. That's what Coach Maneri always talks about with Ethan Petrie. He's able to separate his at-bats even if he's unsuccessful in the first few.
It's easier said than done. Good players always find a way to do it.
Taki went.
Nice block right there from LaCroix.
Taki's 2 for 3, a single in the 3rd, a solo shot in the 6th. He's in the hole 0-2. Baker strikes out Taki. That'll do it for the Sooners in the top of the 9th. They'll leave 1. We'll head to the bottom of the 9th. Oklahoma leads by 3.
Experience and South Carolina try and do what you've been doing all night. Get some singles, get some guys on base, and hope somebody comes up with a big extra base hit to tie or potentially win this game. But it's going to be a tough challenge against Crooks.
Opponents are hitting just 172 against him this season. He pitched twice last weekend against Sam Houston, Friday and Sunday, and earned the save in both games. Just a 1/3 of an inning on Friday, but then 1 1/3 on Sunday. He's also given them some length this season. His longest appearance was 3 shutout innings against Virginia. That was his only appearance without a save. Blake Jackson to lead things off. His first at-bat of the night. Evan Stone started the game in this spot, and then they pinch hit for Stone with Jace Woida in the 6th. And Jackson went into play left. He's been a leadoff man plenty in his career.
Yeah, he's had some big
from Charlotte.
Big moments in a South Carolina uniform and an accomplished hitter at Charlotte. Going to do everything he can to get on base right here to lead off this 9th inning.
It's behind 1-2. Didn't love the call. Nor did the fans here at Founders Park.
I thought that one was maybe more of a strike than the pitch before. That was a changeup at the bottom. One before looked a little up on Jackson. Got to fight here with 2 strikes.
Grounded to the right side. Branch ranges over. 1 down. Dangerous Ethan Petrie due up.
Talked about it earlier, Dave. This will be his 5th at bat. All 4 of his previous appearances is hit with the bases empty. That's huge when you're facing Ethan Petrie.
He's 2 for 3 with a walk. He singled in the 1st and the 4th, fouled out in the 6th, and walked in the 7th. Brooks in his 2nd season with Oklahoma. Part of that, he was at Paris Junior College. His brother Jimmy played for the Sooners from 2021 to 2022. Was drafted in the 4th round by the Cardinals 2022. Doing well. He hit .321 with 11 homers in AA last season. Was the MVP of the Texas League as a catcher. And like his brother Jimmy, Dylan was recruited as a catcher. They converted him to pitcher. Petrie lays off and the count's 3-1. It's ball 4. So Petrie reaches for the 4th time tonight. A couple of hits, a couple of walks. One out base runner for Kennedy Jones. Tough night for Kennedy. He's 0 for 3, though he was hit by a pitch and scored a run in the 6th. We talked about LeCroy's injury earlier. Jones was dealing with an injury as well, a shoulder injury. He returned last Friday against Morehead State. Doubled twice in that one, went 3 for 4. His 4th multi-hit game of the season. He's behind 0-2. Good power, though just 1 home run so far this season. Doesn't chase outside. And Crook strikes out Jones, 2 down.
Crooks hadn't featured the changeup yet. Showed him a couple breaking balls. Comes back with a really good changeup, something that Kennedy wasn't looking for, and swings right over the top of it. South Carolina down to their last out.
And it's KJ Scobie, who's had an excellent night, 3 for 4. High fly ball, short center field. Walk comes in, makes the play. Scobie is retired, and Oklahoma defeats South Carolina 8-5. 8 runs, 11 hits, and no errors for the Sooners. 5 runs, 12 hits, and 1 error for the Gamecocks. Oklahoma improves to 16-1 on the season. They're 1-0 in the SEC, and South Carolina drops to 15-4, Grayson.
Yeah, they're Oklahoma 1-0 in their debut in the SEC as a full-time member. And story of the game for me was that first inning, those big insurance home runs, and then the 3 double plays turned when South Carolina was trying to get something going. Good win for the Sooners.
And join us tomorrow at 4 p.m. for Game 2 of the series. Gamecocks will try to even it up at 1 game apiece. For Grayson Greiner and the rest of our crew, I'm Dave Weinstein saying so long from Columbia. Oklahoma has defeated South Carolina 8-5.